Hello, it's Emily and welcome to my February TBR. So I guess this is the point where I talk about what I've read in January. So it is currently the 30th of January, so I technically have one more day, but I don't think I'll finish anything. And I have read 7 books this February. That's probably the highest I've ever read this time of year, because normally I struggle in the new year. So I'm quite proud of this. A lot of the books that I've read that are from the library I've already returned, so I can't hold them. So out of the challenges, I have finished 4 out of the 5 challenges. Unfortunately, I never got around to reading Stalking Jack the Ripper. So earlier I filmed myself grabbing my punishment book, play that in a minute, but I'll talk about what I have read first. The first book I finished was Jeremy Poldark by Winston Graham. Then I read Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Then The Last Seance by Agatha Christie, The Tales of the Supernatural. Then I read I Tell You I Love You But Then I'd Have to Kill You by Ali Carter, followed by Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I then read One of Us Is Next by Karen M. McManus, the sequel to One of Us Is Lying. And finally, today I finished Heartstopper by Grady Hendrix. So in the end, a fairly productive month, I'd say. I'm now going to get on to the punishment book, which is this clip here. So there you have it. I will be reading Sabriel for my punishment book in February, hopefully. I'll try my best to. It's currently at home, so I don't have it with me, as I have a very limited supply of books in my Guildford home. So let's get on to the rolls. So roll number 1 gave me Alzheimer, and for this I picked More Than This by Patrick Ness, which is one of my top 5 books to read in 2020. My housemate also bought this the other day and she's thinking of reading it soon, so we may be considering buddy reading it in February. I do have this at home, so when I go home next week I will pick it up and probably start reading it instantly, because Patrick Ness is one of my favourite authors. Roll number 2 gave me Intimidating Read, and for this I chose intimidating as in a fat long book. I picked Iron Gold by Pierce Brown because it's quite a long book. It goes up to like 600 pages. So here we go. I have the audiobook, which will help me get through it a lot quicker, because this would probably take me like 2 months to read physically with the amount of time that I do have to dedicate specifically to reading. But I am so excited to pick up where the original trilogy left off, get on with Iron Gold. So, representation gave me roll 3. That doesn't make sense. Roll 3 gave me representation, and for this I picked Heartstopper Volume 3 by Alice Oseman. I obviously do not have this right now because it doesn't come out till the 6th of February, but I won't get my copy till the 7th of February because that day I am meeting Alice Oseman and getting it then, because it's going to be signed by her at this event. I am so excited. This is a male-male romance book between 2 boys, Nick and Charlie, and I love it so much. I've read the first one twice and the second one once, but I might reread both of them. We shall see. So, roll 4 gave us new author. So this is an author that I have never read from before. And for this I picked This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay. This was the book of the year for something, for the National Book Awards. And I have seen so many people reading it, like on the train. It's very popular in the libraries. So I didn't get it straight away because I had to reserve it. So many reservations. And now I finally got it. I really can't wait to sink my teeth into this because the hype I've heard around it is immense. And finally, roll 5 gave me award winning, and for this I picked Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I am currently rereading the series. So this is the last book that I've actually read before. I've only read the first 2, so I'm rereading this, and yeah, that's essentially what is happening. I cannot wait to start this because I remember listening to the audiobook and thinking, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But I never actually physically read it at the same time, so I've only listened to the audiobook, plus I slept through some of it. But didn't go back to it because I'd watched the film like the week before. This is going to be my award winning because a bestseller book for sure. Look at Dobby. So we're going to move on to the extras now. And the first extra that I'm going to read is, hopefully, that is Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy, which is the next book in the Gallagher Girl series. I've recently been rereading them. I say rereading them. I've reread the first one because I read them as a very young teenager and I'd like to continue that. Reread with the second book, which is Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy. The next extra, if I get the chance to read, I would love to read Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I got this out from the library. It is hyped about on BookTube. I have the audiobook on Scribd because it's available in the UK. Thought I'd give it a go if I can. I have heard so much about this, how great it is, so I thought I'll give it a go myself. And the final extra, the third extra for this month is Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas by Adam Kay, which is his second book after This Is Going to Hurt. This is all based around Christmas, which is, I know, not quite appropriate for February, but this is all his stories about the night shifts around Christmas festive season. It's a tiny itty ditty book, and I thought, you know what, I'll read it this month if I can. If not, I'll read it in March, because I'm sure if the first one wasn't like book of the year, then this can't be that bad either. So there we have it, the 9 books that I am trying to tackle in February, the shortest month of the year. Well, I will let you know at the end of the month how I got on, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!